friends, welcome back to Kim Pins. Today on Kim Pins we are making a sewing project. We're gonna make some bookmarks, so they're gonna like wrap around. There's a button situation. So yeah, I am a big reader. I hope y'all are big readers too, but I don't know about you. I can never find a bookmark. I use random scraps of paper a lot. I used to have this really cool bookmark that my mom got me that was all the letters of my name in, I think, different animals. It was watercolor. I don't know, she got it at some festival. That was fun until I accidentally left my book on a plane and that bookmark was in it. So that bookmark is no more. Hence why we need a new bookmark. So the idea today is, you wrap it around, right? You got your button on one and your hair tie on the other, and it hooks. I read quite a bit of paperback books, so I don't know how well this is gonna work out on a paperback, but we're gonna try it anyway. All right, step one is to cut your ribbon. I got this fun ribbon to use today. It said 18 inches, I went 19 because I'm a rebel. What we need to do is, I think, finish off our first edge, if I fully read the instructions. But hey, y'all, I read it enough to know I needed to cut this ribbon to 18 inches. Did I follow that? No, but at least I read it. So making progress. Maybe I should have grabbed some pins. So it says that you can hand sew this or sew this with a machine. I don't want to try and sew this with a machine, so I'm going to hand sew it today because I know I can just get that done real quick. In and out, bop, 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 Just, deciding what needle I want is, well, I would say it's the hardest part, but we all know actually threading the needle is the hardest part. That's gonna be too much, but whatever. Ah. Oh, hey, happy June, y'all. It is a new month, more pins. I wanted to do the bookmark kind of in summer season because I definitely read more in summer, reading by the pool, chilling out in the yard, etc., etc. I used to read a ton when I was a kid, like so many books. And I don't have quite that much time anymore. Actually, I do. I just spend it doing more mindless tasks, mostly because I'm a little stressed at the moment. But yeah, I used to read Harry Potter. I used to read the full Harry Potter series every summer, but growing up, that was because like new books would come out and then all the books were out, and I kind of got to the point where it was like a tradition. But then I was more like anticipating what the words were rather than reading them, especially in like those first couple books. So I took a break from that. Yeah, I still really enjoy reading. I do more article reading now. Big part of HR is, keeping up with the haps. So I do that more probably now. But my favorite author, who is my favorite author? It changes. I think my favorite author that has not changed at all, I mean, obviously Jordan. I feel like that goes without saying though. But the one author that's really been consistent, like top ranked, is Christopher Moore. He writes, they're like paranormal books, like everything kind of has, you know what, it's probably more accurately magical realism. Like everything's pretty normal except for one or two like magic-esque elements. So, but he is so funny. And he also, you can tell he puts a ton of research into his books before he writes them, because he did Lamb, which is the gospel of Christ as told by his childhood best friend, which you think would be really touchy considering the religious subject. But what I also love about his books, not only are they hilarious, but there's always like a really sweet, heartwarming part to it. So I found that one, I mean, not that I'm really a religious person, but I found that one to not be offensive at all. It feels very like, yeah, that definitely could have been what happened, in those missing years from the books. How did Christ go from being a kid to, I think we pick it up when he's 33. And I was like, what happened there? And Lamb really tells the story of that, but it's very, very well researched, very tasteful, and just, it's a nice story. So that one might be my favorite of Christopher Moore's. But, oh no, he did Sacre Bleu, which is all about impressionist artists in Paris. So around the time of Vincent van Gogh's death. But it, again, magical realism, it takes those artists and really creates a story around them, which was super fun. That, I don't know, either that or Lamb. Those are my favorites. Comment below, who are your favorite authors? Always looking for good reads. I really like A. Lee Martinez. He does the same thing, kind of paranormal, magical realism. I think that's probably my favorite genre. Anything with paranormal stuff in it. Okay, so this is the one finished side. This is the side that the button goes on. So I'm gonna sew this button on right quick. So I'm just gonna eyeball center it. Y'all know me. I'm not here to measure. So yeah, anything paranormal. I read all of Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles growing up. I weirdly started with the Vampire Lestat, which is not the first one in that series, but it was right around when Queen of the Damned with Aaliyah came out, and I was like, oh. I mean, I'd watched Interview with the Vampire when that came out, you know, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Kirsten Dunst. Definitely one of my favorite childhood movies, even though it's not for children at all, but that is neither here nor there. And I also, growing up, I loved R.L. Stine Fear Street. I think I read all of that. Our library at our high school had just like a huge collection of those, so I read all of them. All the ones that my library had. I'm sure there are some from like the originals that I missed, and I did as an adult, I don't know, sometime in the last, we'll say 7 years, I did pick one of those up from the library, but it was one of his newer ones, and it was, they are not great, but they're fun. And I think there was something about those growing up. Like, I grew up in a very small town, unlike Shadyside. Like, there wasn't places for kids to hang out, and you couldn't really, I mean, you could walk to your friend's house, but it was gonna take a while. A very spread out farm town. So there was something about Shadyside that really appealed to the social person in me. But I'm very excited for, Netflix is doing a trilogy of Fear Street. So Jordan and I will definitely be reviewing those. I don't know if he's gonna enjoy them at all. I don't think he was a fan of the Fear Street novels growing up. So that'll be interesting to see his perspective. You know, like I said with Mortal Kombat, manage your expectations and you won't be disappointed. So I'm really trying to manage my expectations with that one. Maybe I should have read the instructions on this part. There we go, got it. So I chose to use kind of a worn out hair tie so that I didn't have to sacrifice a good hair tie to the cause. But if I were to get new ones, I'd probably do like Dollar Tree ones. All right, here we have it, our bookmark. So let's test it out. This is Running Wild, a novella anthology. And do you know whose novella is in here? I'll give you a hint, it's not mine. It is Jordan's. Let me flip to his page 543, I think. Yeah, so not to brag, but Jordan's novella, The Juneborn, check it out. I'll link this below. I think you can get it on Amazon. But I can think of no better book to test this out on. Also, it's paperback, so yeah, we just, you know, you put your ribbon where you need it, and then you go, oh, like this. So here we have it. Is it an extra inch? Maybe I shouldn't have put that extra inch in there, but you know, it kind of does the trick. So lessons learned. Don't put the extra inch in there. I was just worried. This is kind of a small book, I guess, like rectangle-wise in terms of the books. Actually, you know, no, it's not. Maybe, oh, if we do it the other way, maybe that will be better. Not really. So lessons learned. They do mean 18 inches. So you got, what I'll probably do is, I don't know, put like a stitch in this to make it a little bit shorter, you know, little beep, and then it'll work. But overall, it was easy. Let's do a full rating. So likability, I'm gonna give this a 5. I really like the design of the bookmark, and I think I know the only reason it's not working for me is because I didn't follow the instructions. You know, that's my bad. That's my bad. I should just trust the people who did it. But I really like the ribbon that I got, so yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 on likability. Cost. I'm gonna give this one a 4, and here's why. Buttons are weirdly expensive, and I was looking around Joann's. I think I ended up having a coupon, so that was good. But yeah, why are buttons so expensive? And I really took that for granted as a kid because everybody that I knew that sewed, they just had a big old tub of buttons hanging around their house. But yeah, weirdly expensive on the buttons. But the ribbon I got on sale, you can typically find ribbon on sale at Joann's. Also, Joann's pretty much always has coupons. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna call this an upcycled hair tie. So yeah, 4 out of 5 on cost, just solely because of the buttons. Cause you have to get kind of a big button too to make it work. So yeah, I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, $2 for a pack of 3 buttons doesn't seem too bad, but it's 3 buttons for $2? I don't know. Comment below, is it just me? Is it just me that finds that ridiculous? Please let me know. Ease of following instructions. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 on that. And I should have just followed the instructions. But it was they had really great pictures. It listed out what you needed and then like your measurements. It had all the words. I didn't read them. I just looked at the pictures. See, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 there. Now, practicality, should you make it versus should you buy it? I am of the attitude of you should make all of your bookmarks. Because it doesn't have to be complicated, you know, like, oh, boom, bookmarked. So I would say make your bookmarks over buying them. And I, by no stretch of the imagination, regret making this. So there's that. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Again, because that button cost, like that really got me. But yeah, make a bookmark. Don't buy a bookmark. Or do buy a bookmark. Yeah, comment below. Let me know, what do you think of this? Are you reading any good books? Who's your favorite author? Anything, let me know. Let me know down below. And yeah, that's this video. If you like this video, please like this video. If you didn't like this video, subscribe. Again, comment below. Go buy Running Wild. And I will see y'all next week. Bye!